taking you to Auschwitz so we understand it, and then we talk about the nature. Why is Auschwitz a symbol of the Holocaust? Auschwitz is a symbol of the Holocaust because Auschwitz was actually 3 camps. And we walked it last week. I was in Auschwitz twice last week. We walked it. Simple way to say it, there's Auschwitz I, Auschwitz II, and Auschwitz III. Auschwitz I was a concentration camp established in 1940 for slave laborers, mostly Polish prisoners, meaning prisoners who were politically active in Poland and non-Jews. And then Auschwitz II was the death camp of Birkenau. And Auschwitz III is known as Bunamanowitz. Bunamanowitz, to give you an idea of scope and scale, Bunamanowitz were 50 sub-camps in the area of Silesia. It was essentially the place in which German industry invested 700 million Reichsmarks, which is 400 million 1942 dollars, in a series of sub-camps, presuming that slavery would be a permanent part of the German economy. Notice I didn't say the Nazi war economy, because if you think of an investment of 400 million 1942 dollars, you're talking about a capital investment, and you're talking about something that's going to last for decades. In fact, it is still an industrial center of Poland. Auschwitz was born, and this is where we go back, Auschwitz was born as a solution to a problem that evolved. Hitler came to power as the head of coalition government. And some of you are going to hear a little bit of deja vu all over again. Came at the head of a coalition government. Some people who voted for him were anti-Semites. Others were not, but they thought they could accomplish their political goals with him in power. And they didn't regard the anti-Semitism as disqualifying. Conservatives felt that as men, and I'm being gender specific here, as men of experience, they could control him. And they thought that the majesty of office would push him to the center. They bet in a certain way, and if you want a very particular instance, the vice chancellor who had once been chancellor of Germany was a man by the name of von Papen. Von Papen had been chancellor of Germany, vice chancellor of Germany under Hitler in a coalition government in which Hitler was a minority stakeholder, and he ended up being the ambassador to Turkey. What do you do with your enemy? You put him under your control, you get him out of the center of power, you discard him. He came with a program to eliminate the Jews but not kill them, get rid of them from German space. And the idea was, if you make it impossible for the Jews to live as Jews, Jews will engage, they will leave. But there were 2 problems with that political program. The first problem is there was nowhere for Jews to go in the numbers to which they had to go. America had established a quota in 1924, and essentially no country was willing to accept Jews in the numbers to which they had to go. The one exception, ironically, was Palestine, in which the Zionists established an agreement with Germany in 1933, but remember Germany in